What's up, guys, gals, non-binary pals, and none of the above? This is DL returning to you with more KSL Sinnoh melee content. This is going to be another week 1 match, this one between Hydra and Witchblades. So, Witchblades has the Drag Mag team, Dragonite, Magnezone, Milotic, Claydol, Rhyperior, Typhlosion, Ninetales, Absol, and Victory Bell. Whereas Hydra has the team with Gyarados, Flygon, Rotom Fan, Fortress, Blissey, Sceptile, Gallade, Skuntank, and Aggron. So one thing that definitely sticks out to me in this matchup is that Flygon has got a really strong speed tier in this matchup. The only Pokemon even speed tying with it are Typhlosion and Ninetales, but there are some pretty nice counters to it defensively, namely in the Claydol and the Milotic. But if it's set up properly, the Flygon could be poised to sweep. Gyarados actually gets walled pretty well by the Milotic on the other side, so definitely expecting a physically defensive Milotic from Witchblades. On the other side, Dragonite is a really big threat because of its access to fire coverage moves. You can very easily tech on a Flamethrower for Fortress, because Dragonite runs mixed sets very easily because it has high both physical and special attack stats and an array of coverage moves that can really help it take out whatever it needs to. So it's really easy to just tech on things, so it really excels well even in these like 8-9 mon formats because of that ability. On the contrary, everybody can tech on ice moves for it. And yeah, Magnezone also being able to trap Fortress if it's not running the Shed Shell facilitates Dragonite sweeping very easily. So I think that's easily Witchblades. It's the best part of his draft, and naturally it's going to be the best part of his matchup. So yeah, definitely expecting all three of these to come. For other mons, Typhlosion can click fire moves, but the top two mons both resist fire, and Blissey kind of tanks him pretty easily. On the contrary, Rhyperior can break really well for this team. It's able to tank hits from things like Flygon really easily. And yeah, it can kind of just smack everything on this team. Sure, Sceptile can kill it, but it even lives a hit from Gyarados. Actually, might not this gen because Solid Rock got buffed later. But potentially something like a Pasho Berry Rhyperior could just trade or kill whatever it wants. The combination of ground and rock stab, maybe an ice punch for something like Flygon, and the tech on maybe like a superpower for Blissey, maybe fire punch for Fortress. Yeah, anything like that could be good. And yeah, I could definitely see the Claydol coming just because it's really good against Flygon. But there's definitely not a ton of measures for Gyarados. Gyarados could also very easily sweep as long as he gets the Milotic weekend and he gets rocks up to try to neuter this Dragonite, potentially carrying something like an Ice Fang for Dragonite as well. So let's get into the game here. So we're going to see a Gallade lead versus Claydol. So Hydra led Gallade in his previous game, and I think it really facilitates the game plan we were just talking about, where he tries to chip everything down so that Flygon and Gyarados can clean house. So a nice Claydol lead from Witchblades, maybe recognizing that. See, Swords dances turn 1 as he gets up Stealth Rock and he switches into the Milotic. This could be really rough. Just briefly be leftovers. But yeah, the Milotic's gonna die, and I think Gyarados is going to win the game now. As he goes into Absol, he crits, but it's Sash. Yeah, Sash definitely makes sense on a lead breaking Gallade. Really nice bring from Hydra. Here comes the D-Knight to E-Speed. Then comes the Sceptile. Goes into Zone on the HP Ice, it looks like. It's mixed with Earthquake. That probably didn't matter, that crit. So he sends Claydol in on Sceptile. Really weird to set up the Manual Sun. Oh boy, here comes Victory Bell on the rocks. So probably Weather Ball here. That does chunk Flygon pretty nicely. It does have Chlorophyll this gen. Quick Attack. Interesting bring. I guess he wanted all the chip he could. So Weather Ball actually is going to kill Rotom. Interesting. So misplays from Hydra there. That victory belt put in way more work than I thought it was going to. Gyarados, obviously, if it gets up a Dragon Dance, will win the game. And the rocks are up, so Dragonite's multi-scale is going to be broken. But oh yeah, and it's the Sunrock from Claydol. Yeah, so what Hydra wants is he wants to be +1 on Gyara with the sun down. See, Ice Fangs to cover the Dragonite there. He D-dances, and which Sunny Days when the sun's already up. Okay, and yeah, Hydra gets his ideal scenario, and barring missing Ice Fang on Dragonite, should win this game. And Witchblades doesn't even put himself in a position to win because he goes for Ice Fang. And that's going to be it. So that lightning fast game. Hydra's lead started out really well with the Gallade, and Witch played really poorly around that. Witch was able to get some nice counterplay up with the Victory Bell and the Sun. But yeah, I just don't understand. You're leading your psychic, your bulky psychic type against the fighting psychic type. It clicks Swords Dance, and you switch into the only thing that tanks hits from Gyarados, and you just give it up. I don't think you can afford to do that. I think at that point you need to sacrifice your Claydol, eat the Ice Punch. I mean, it's probably going to live Ice Punch maybe, but yeah, he should have just gotten damage on it. Maybe he clicked Explode if he had that. Should be good on a lead Claydol. Yeah, but yeah, that would have been a lot better, I think, than what he did. Also, Absol sucks. Though the Sash Bring obviously worked out very well for Hydra, and Witch couldn't have predicted that. And so once again, well played to Hydra, and congrats. Sorry, this is kind of a weird game here for to cover, but hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next video.